A major footwear company halted its sneaker production to sell raw computing power instead, a move driven by massive demand for AI infrastructure. Traditional manufacturing relies on physical labor and inventory sitting on shelves. Margins are tight, but AI compute is now so valuable that renting server time dwarfs retail profits. Companies see more value in data than in shoes. This shift is physical. Warehouse floors once filled with fabric and rubber are being retrofitted with industrial cooling systems and these dense, clinical rows of high-capacity server racks. When a consumer brand makes a choice this drastic, it signals that compute has moved from a back-end cost to a primary engine of growth. Building this new infrastructure requires moving massive amounts of specialized hardware across the ocean, which relies on a stable global supply chain. This is why markets are watching the current negotiations for a 2-week US-Iran ceasefire extension. These talks center on the Strait of Hormuz, where 20% of global oil passes. Open passage here dictates energy costs. Markets are responding to the diplomatic momentum. Oil prices dropped and US stocks reached record highs, pricing in relief. For logistics analysts, this window of stability means they can finally move cargo without the extreme fear of a blockade. They can route ships and calculate fuel costs with actual certainty for the first time. This ceasefire provides the physical breathing room needed to keep the hardware moving. Diplomacy creates the capacity that allows the next layer of the system to be built. While physical shipping lanes open up, the digital pathways are also being cleared. OpenAI just updated its Agents SDK, changing how developers build autonomous workflows from the ground up. This shows the new handoff protocols in action. A central agent autonomously routes tasks across 120 tools, passing data without human intervention. Built-in guardrails and scalability remove the need for custom safety code, turning weeks of engineering into an afternoon of configuration. A developer can now use these tools to build multi-step agents, focusing on the high-level workflow while the SDK handles intricate data handoffs. When development kits remove technical hurdles, the barrier to building sophisticated automation drops to zero. The impact of these tools is most visible when they reach small businesses. Take a bakery owner who is currently testing one of these new ordering agents. Managing wholesale orders used to mean hours of manual data entry and inventory checks. Now, the AI agent handles intake, confirms the stock, and completes fulfillment in seconds. The complex SDK and the 120 tool integrations are completely hidden from the owner's perspective. She only sees a clean interface where orders are processed automatically. This automation gives the bakery owner back 12 hours a week previously spent on paperwork. That time is now spent entirely on perfecting her actual product, growing her business, and connecting face-to-face with her loyal customers. The success of high-level AI tools is measured by their invisibility. They handle the mechanics, so people can stay focused on what they uniquely create. We are seeing a rare alignment. Physical shipping lanes are stabilizing at the exact moment that digital development tools are becoming frictionless. This chart shows the result. As logistics costs fall, demand for AI server clusters spikes exponentially. This hunger is so intense, it's pulling non-tech companies into the infrastructure race, prioritizing server racks over traditional assets to stay competitive. Allbirds' decision to pivot into compute infrastructure is the most visible example of this new reality. They recognized that the most valuable thing they could offer the market right now isn't a shoe, it's the power to run a model. Computing power has become the new electricity. Securing a steady supply of it has become the primary goal for the modern enterprise. The physical bottlenecks are clearing, and the digital tools are now accessible to anyone with an internet connection. Newer platforms like Google AI Studio 2.0 are accelerating this further by allowing people to deploy full applications using natural language prompts. The path from an idea to a live product is shorter than it has ever been. We have entered a phase where infrastructure is scaling to meet human demand. The constraints of the past, shipping delays and coding complexity, are fading. Now that the supply lines are open and the tools are ready, what will you choose to build?